Ciao! Welcome back to a new video, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of things to talk about in this video, so honestly, no delays. Let's just jump straight into it. First of all, I want to start off by saying, guys, thank you all so much for all your recent support on this channel. We have now surpassed over 13,400 subscribers. I think we're like 5 or 6 subscribers away from 13,500. So guys, thank you all so much for all your support. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to click subscribe, as over 61% of you, shockingly, who watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So what are you even doing at this point? Also, the preview images for Black Clover's next upcoming episode 168 are now out, and yo, they look clean. They look actually clean. The Nacht game Modelo scene, the Nacht holding Asta down with the shadow hands, Nacht in the captain's meeting, Jack looking Jack looking furious. Tomorrow, I do want to point out, it's ironic because, listen, yeah, it's ironic. This week, we saw the real Nacht Faust. We saw Morgan. And now this week in the anime, we're also going to see Nacht for the first time. And we're going to see Morgan. Oh my goodness. Yo, we're going to see Morgan. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. That shit's going to be so fucking sad. It's literally a Nacht supremacy week. We saw Nacht in the manga chapter. We're getting Nacht in the anime for the first ever time. And then we're going to get a Nacht backstory in the manga again. Tabata has to be planning this at this point. It is just far too much of a fucking coincidence. Anyway, the next official chapter of the Black Clover manga is next week, Sunday, March 21st. As always, we're going to be live streaming that day, so you guys better hop into the live streams. Our live streams every Sunday are absolutely epic to epic proportions. I hope you guys are there. It's going to be absolutely fun. It's going to be super, super cool. So yeah, just be there on Sunday. And with that being said, let's just jump straight into this video. Jumping straight into the video, I do actually want to start here because this aspect of this chapter changes so many things, and unfortunately, over the last couple days, there's just been a massive argument on what the correct translation is. First of all, the official English translations translated it as a few minutes before Noel and the others arrived. The official Korean and Japanese translations translated it a few hours before Noel and the others arrived. The official Spanish version of Black Clover chapter 25 by the Spanish translators over at vismedia.com translated as unas horas antes de alegre Noel. Hours before Noel arrived. The English translation with that conclusion is incorrect. The Koreans, the Japanese, and the Spanish translations all translated as hours before Noel and the others arrived, which we can now for sure say the English release is simply wrong, or the Japanese one is wrong. Now remember, last week Yuki Tabata forgot to draw his own character in the manga, and he noticed it in his offer notes. So I'm expecting a touch-up of this time-related mess in the offer notes this week, because this will definitely change so much of the Black Clover manga, because not surviving for a few minutes versus surviving for a few hours. Yo, Nacht's power level would have skyrocketed if he survived for a few hours, and it makes more sense for him to survive for a few hours because the two devils, Lilith and Nahama, were just toying with him. We're just messing with him. They're not taking him seriously. They just want to have their fun. I did go ahead and ask my Japanese friend to actually translate this for me. He said to me, if it were minutes, it would be that, not that. So Tabata probably made a mistake. A lot of people noticed that the clock tower singled that it's only been minutes from chapter 280 to chapter 284, but as I said before, last week Tabata forgot to draw his own character, so I'm not going to be trusting a clock 4 chapters apart. But anyway, ignoring all that, we finally got to see the official, real Nacht Faust before he went through his transformation, before he went through this epic change, whatever caused this massive change of personality and character for him. Nacht was a low-life bandit, pretty much similar to Zora and Magna, which kind of explains why he really does hate Zora and Magna. I guess it really does remind him of his own past self. Now, obviously, in this chapter, Morgan went on a mission with Yami. We're just gonna have to wait and see next chapter. Hopefully, I really do pray next chapter we do get to see this mission with Yami and Morgan. This is obviously most likely going to be the mission where Morgan most likely, sadly, lost his life. Now, what happened after that is the real question. Now, obviously, nobody knows this, most likely, other than Yami, Nacht, left, because not even Jack knew this. Jack said, "You are, but you're magic," and Nacht said, "He's gone now." So what actually happened to Morgan, we are still not 100% too sure, but I do want to point out to this theory, someone commented on the live stream on Sunday. He said, Nacht said, "Your unjust evil is why I am alive." That means white-haired Nacht was close to death, and Morgan, black hair, saved and sealed Nacht within himself and died making a deal with the devils. Now, I don't fully agree with this, but he's pretty much referencing this panel where Nacht says, "Because the fact that I can't forgive you and your unjust evil is why I'm alive, I don't care if I die." Now, obviously, there is clearly more to this panel, and for the longest time, a lot of people have been theorizing that Nacht says, "I will never forgive the devils," so we believe Morgan's death is going to be devil-related. Now, is that going to change what Nacht thinks of devils? Because obviously, at the end of the day, Nacht's own devils really respect Nacht, but I don't think Nacht sees that. I think Nacht actually sees his own devils as being forced to like him rather than actually liking him. Like, Nacht was super surprised when Asta said that Liebe isn't trying to kill him. Even Nacht was like, "What the hell are you saying? Liebe is obviously trying to kill you." So I definitely think Morgan's death is something related to devils, most likely also related to why the Faust household is now in ruins. What happened to the Faust family? Obviously, the mom and dad are in the photo frame, so they were alive at the time of Morgan and Nacht being in the Magic Night. So what could have happened? Honestly, I have literally no idea, but I suspect Morgan either died on a mission or Morgan was forced to do a devil ritual and turned into a grotesque monster, as Nacht said. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, Lilith and Nahama this chapter were absolutely amazing. Both Lilith and Nahama absolutely toying with Nacht. I'm really excited to see what is going to happen with Lilith and Nahama. I would be honestly disappointed if Asta arrived and absolutely just one-shot the both of them. I do want to see these two transform, because as you can tell, both of them are using fire and ice, and they're kind of like split down the middle with their horns and their face mask. So most likely they are going to pair up sometime in the future to fight. I do also want to point out before ending this video, Dorothy and Nozelle are still missing. Dorothy, Nozelle, like, Dorothy, like, hello? Has anyone discussed the fact that Dorothy and Nozelle are literally missing? Like, we haven't seen Dorothy and Nozelle. I genuinely can't remember when the last time we saw Dorothy and Nozelle was. And like, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, are they okay? Like, are they even alive? Like, there is no way, right? Like, what happened to Dorothy and Nozelle? Dorothy and Nozelle are like arguably two of the strongest captains in Black Clover, and they've been missing for good almost 15 chapters. They should be in the castle. Clearly they're not stopping Morris, because they would have already stopped Morris. So what the hell are Dorothy and Nozelle doing? I'm honestly just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how the fuck do I know? You know? I don't know. It's just so weird to me that Dorothy and Nozelle are just completely missing. Two of the arguably strongest captains. I expect them to appear in front of Lilith and Nahama. That's what I would expect. But I guess that's just not what Tabata's trying to do. I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jimmy as always. What do you think is going to happen next chapter? Do you like Nacht's character? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.